When the sun goes down, they go out. They're always in groups of 3, and their territory is the street. Samar, Nemo, and Lama are night owls. There are 7,000 of them in Denmark. They're well known here, but the street kids are camera shy. These 3 Muslim women aren't afraid. They do their work voluntarily. This is their neighborhood, and they want to make the streets a bit safer.
We live here in the Nørrebro district. There are lots of crimes and shootings. It's very important that we go out onto the streets and make contact with young people. We want to prevent crime and vandalism from increasing.
A young man recently died in a hail of bullets in this quiet side street. A gang war has been convulsing Copenhagen for months, and it's becoming increasingly brutal. Just a day after we filmed this peaceful scene, another man was shot and severely wounded on this spot, the latest chapter in the violence.
Usually the gang war has been between different criminal gangs, but without other distinctions among them except for the signs on their back. But this time it's also been a little bit white against black, if you like, or ethnic Danes against youth with foreign origin.
The violence is worst in Nørrebro, the neighborhood with the highest immigrant population in Denmark. The night owls work for and with each other both day and night. Their home base is Nørrebronx, a youth center catering to young people from immigrant families during the day. Whether it's table tennis or computer games, it doesn't take much to lure the kids from the street here before they end up in gangs. Just opposite hangs a poster showing the new Prime Minister, Lars Løkke Rasmussen, as a young man in a delegation to Afghanistan, dressed as an Afghan. But for years, his right-of-center Liberal Party has been dependent on the support of its junior coalition partner, the far-right People's Party, which takes a hard line on immigrants and immigration to Denmark. That's why Danish Imam Abdul Wahid Peterson doesn't think anything's going to change.
If the new Prime Minister had broken up the bloc policy in Danish politics and started working from side to side throughout the whole spectrum of political parties in Denmark, it could have changed. But he opted for staying on the same coalition.
And in fact, the People's Party has already made it clear it will stick to its hardline policy.
It'll be the same policy as Anders Fogh Rasmussen was running when he was Prime Minister.
But business as usual won't be enough for the new Prime Minister because the coalition government is unpopular in the opinion polls. The Justice Minister is paying a visit to Nørrebronx. Especially when they're down in the polls, politicians like to take credit for projects like this, pointing them out as examples of successful integration. But many observers say the government will have to change course radically if it really wants integration.
The specific tough policies, and especially tough rhetoric, I don't think that they have had any positive consequences. On the contrary, I think they have negative consequences because they are partly through the reason why we see increasing polarization.
The night owls are talking to kids on every corner, always with sweets, good advice, and big smiles on hand.
Some Danes think all immigrants are troublemakers. We want to show them we're here and we're their friends, with or without headscarves. This is our neighborhood for our children as much as for Danish children.
And to achieve their aims, they'll continue to patrol the streets of Nørrebro.